Hey, Shalom, I want to start off source by giving all praise to Yahweh Hashem, Yahushua Hashem, Kudash. Double honors to the apostles of GMS and honors to you brothers doing the work in truth and sincerity. So a quick one, basically inspired by events that happened yesterday. Wanted to do this video last night, however, what do you call it? My phone just bugged out, battery died, when it should have still had some percent on it. But yeah, no, it's just going to be a quick one. This is police shoot London, killer dead, calling stabbings a terrorist attack. Now, really, it was I can't find where I saw the picture, what article, but I remember I think it may have been RT, but they updated the story, so or whatever, what have you. But for instance, here's an example, right? All of these people are moving proud, just before the thing happened. And then after, like I said, the one I saw, you said this tart, this bitch, basically running, with fear in her eyes, right? And then you go from, you go from that to, fear, from pride to fear. And that's what the Lord's going to do to these people en masse, right? Because right now, everything is good. In fact, let me grab that. Says 1 Thessalonians 5:3, for when they shall say peace and safety, then sudden destruction cometh upon them, as travail upon a woman with child, and they shall not escape. Right? So this was, probably another false flag or whatever, what have you. Right, but it says when they shall say peace and safety. And right now, people, just the other day, when you read the article, it says just a couple of months ago, Britain lowered its its terrorism level, and then this happened. Right, and people pointed out that last time something on London Bridge happened was a few days before the 2017 election. Right, and over here in Britain, right, this is once again a few days before a new election, right, December 12th election, right. So it's probably a false flag, we don't know, but whatever happened, but that doesn't take away from the fact, right, that the Lord's gonna come visit these people, right, all in a sudden, right, when everything's going good. Hey, let's grab that as well. This is Matthew 24, 20. Where is it? Yeah, 36. This is Matthew 24:36. But of that day and hour knoweth no man. So no one knows when the Lord is going to get the go ahead to come back, right? It says, not the angels of heaven, but my Father only. It's only the Most High, Yahweh, knows when he's when it is going to be time, right? Which here is proof, that Yahweh and Yahweh Shai, right, whom the world calls Jesus Christ, right, and the Most High are not the same entity, right? It says, but as the days of Noah were, so shall also the coming of the Son of Man be. Right? For as in the days that were before the flood, they were eating and drinking, marrying, and giving in marriage, right? Until the day that Noah entered into the ark, right? So it's you see that happening now. Everyone's just kind of having fun, right? In a weird, depressed way, they're having fun, right? Because deep down, everyone's through, right? But basically, that was like now it is in the time of Noah, where people were just having fun, right? But then what happened one day? That first drop of rain fell, right, and then the Lord destroyed the earth, right? Just like how the Lord's just gonna do in the eyes of these people, the Lord's just gonna come out of nowhere and destroy the earth, right? We've been watching for the signs, right? Is it 33? Where is it? No, it's not in this one. But we've been watching for the signs, right? Watching to see, roughly when the Lord's gonna come, right? The Lord says what scriptures talk about: watch and pray. Right? It's Mark 13:33. Take ye heed, watch and pray, for you know not when the time is. Yes, we don't know when the Lord's going to come back, right? But we've been given signs, and the Lord said, hey, look at this, look at that. Right? It says also Sirach 30, is it 39? Right, it says, but he that is given he that giveth his mind to the law of the Most High, and is occupied in the meditation thereof, right? I will seek out the wisdom of all the ancient and be occupied in prophecies, and that's what we are. We're occupied in prophecies. We're looking for these things to happen, right? We're more importantly, we're looking to see how Esau's going to spin it, right? This is 2 Corinthians 2:11. It says, lest Satan should get an advantage of us, for we are not ignorant of his devices. All right, so when these things happen, we're not ignorant. We're not like, oh, this is just an event. Oh, it's so sad, so sad. No, we know this man is doing certain things, right, for a reason, right, to manipulate the minds of the people, right, to control the people, to take away their rights, right? This is Proverbs 6:16. It says, these 6 things doth the Yahweh hate, yea, 7 are an abomination unto him. Right, a proud look. Right, so once again, the inspiration of this came from there was a pic, right, on one of these news articles of a proud looking bitch. Right, but then instead of pride in her eyes, it was fear. Right, and the Lord's gonna do that to everyone on this earth. Right, so when you read Sirach, the 10th chapter, it speaks about as the ruler of the people is of the city is so the people, right? And Esau's a proud man, so these people are proud, right? These people are proud, and they don't even know what's coming to them. They don't even know what their own elites have in preparation for them, right? It says a lying tongue, right? So a proud looks, first thing that was listed, right? A lying tongue and hands that shed innocent blood, right? This is Sirach 10:18. It says, pride was not made for men, nor furious anger for them that are born of a woman. Right? So, what are you going to be proud for? Right? You don't know what's going to happen to you when you turn the corner. You don't know what the Lord has in preparation for you. Yeah, you're going to pretend to be proud. Right? And that's why the Lord hates it, right? Because, the Lord might have a nasty death prepared for you, but these times you're going around moving all proud, like, yeah, look at me, right? But these times are 3 beasts, right? That the Lord has prepared to deal with you, but you want to move proud. This is Luke 12:16, right? It says, and he spake a parable unto them, saying, the ground of a certain rich man brought forth plentifully. And he thought within himself, saying, what shall I do? Because I have no room where to bestow my fruits. And he said, this will I do. I'll pull down my barns, I'll build greater, and there will I bestow all my fruits and my goods. And I will say to my soul, soul, thou hast much goods laid up for many years. Take thine ease, eat, drink, and be merry. Right, so and you see people like that in this state, they're like, oh yeah, look at all these riches I have. I'm gonna I'm gonna build my house. I'm gonna do I'm gonna extend the garden or whatever, what have you. I'm gonna put a swimming pool. I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna do that. Right, but little do they know what the Lord has in preparation for them. Right, now you might have a project you want to do, but at the back of your mind you're like, okay, cool, this project might take me 6 months, but Lord's will be out of here before then. That's the mindset we have, right? Because we still gotta live in this world. As scriptures say, use the world but not as abusing it. It says verse 20, but the Most High said unto him, thou fool, this night thy soul shall be required of thee. Then whose shall all those things be which thou hast provided? Right? So is he that layeth up treasure for himself and is not rich toward the Most High. Right? So basically, all of these people, they're just doing things. That's the problem. They're just doing things. They have they have nothing really. They have no guidance. It's just a useless edicts, as the elites call them, right? But these times, the Lord has things planned for them. Lord's got things in store for them, right? where out of nowhere, in a moment, right, things can go from happy and then they've lost everything. It says Sirach 12:3, right? It says, in the day when the keepers of the house shall tremble, right, and the strong men shall bow themselves, and the grinders cease because they are few, and those that look out of the windows be darkened, right? Now I'll bring this out because once again, and the image that I saw was one of them city workers, whatever, what have you, all proud and and you see them. If you go through the city during a weekday or whatever, what have you, you see all of these proud people, proud because of the job that that they've begged to have, right? It's a shame nowadays you beg to be a slave, right? And these people don't even know it, right? These people are still proud about it. It says, and the ground is ceased because they are few, and those that look out the windows be darkened, right? So the ground is ceased is talking about the work is going to stop, right? And that's another way the Lord's going to humble these people, right? Because they live well beyond their means. They're in debt, like ridiculous amounts of debt, right? Because everyone lives off of their credit card, right? They're in debt, and then before you know it, right, Lord's just gonna have this economy crash and all these people gonna lose their jobs. And then what? Right, then what's gonna happen to their pride? Right, it says, and the doors shall be shut in the streets when the sound of the grinding is low. Yeah, when there ain't no workers. Right, you go to certain parts of London, right? For instance, if you go to near the Bank of England, that part of London, that's it. If you go there on a weekend, right, like a Saturday night or a Sunday night, that place is eerie because why? It's a fucking ghost town. Because there ain't no workers there. It's a place in London. There ain't no residential places, there ain't no residential this, that, or the other. Even the shops there close really early in the weekend. Why? Because the workers aren't there. Right? But it's going to be like that all over London. It's going to be like that all over the world. There ain't going to be no workers. Where you work? Where you going? Right, what's your computer job gonna do for you when martial laws are running around? That's all you're gonna be hearing: screams and shrieks, right, and the sound of sirens and military vehicles, right? So what happened to your pride, right? Believe that's all I got. Yeah, that's all I have, man. So as always, Lord's will, I was edifying. Till the next time, Shalom.